Hello, everyone. As I set up the live, how are you? I just had to send off a whole blast off emails because it is like pulling teeth now to do a live stream on this channel at this point as they continue to hide all of these type channels. They wanted to be like it was back in the day where they chose what they wanted you to watch. This is where we're going back to that. Hang on 1 minute, y'all. Okay, how's everyone today? How are all of you all today? Beautiful, beautiful music. If you're interested, this is the ambient alien music. That's what it is. And I'd like to announce that I am officially a grandmother again. And this is why I've been concentrating on all of this. I've been concentrating on being a grandmother again. Okay, so that's why I've been gone for the last 2 weeks, and everything is everything. Do you hear me? It has been a journey. It has been a journey. Matter of fact, my grandbaby is an extraterrestrial, and I know you all are gonna say that is crazy. It does sound crazy. It really does, but I'm actually thinking he is from the actual same tribe that I am from, solar system that I am from. I am just a visitor here on this planet. We all are visitors. It's up to you to figure out exactly what system you are from. We're just visiting here, okay? Know that. Um, and I want to talk about the creation of hell. If you all don't mind, could y'all please get these thumbs ups? Can we get the thumbs up going? If you all do not mind, can we get the thumbs up so I can tell how many people have come to the actual channel? It is a lot of work now to get your subscribers here, because I know, once again, out of tens and tens of thousands of people, there is no way that notifications go out for this channel. If so, they may handpick 5 to 6 or what have you. Because the channels that, that they think are less threatening to them are priority. Are priority. Now, there's still some truther channels out there that still get quite a few, you know, um, people out to watch. Don't get me wrong. Please don't get me wrong. Still some great channels and good content out there. You understand? But the less threatening channels, like I say, will be our priority. So I'm going to need for you all, if you can, to continue to check the channel, if you don't mind, to see if I'm putting content out. Because like I had a moment where I was gone for a minute. I had to put my attention on other things, and this is why you all haven't been seeing me. I'm also working on another project. I'm working on my books. Once again, I'm back on track, and I want to tell you all the experience I'm having. I know and I know I may sound cocky, and a lot of people may say she's arrogant. You understand? And she thinks so much of herself, because I am. Okay? I am. Okay? So put all of that in the repertoire. If you'd like to call it whatever you want to, it's up to the person who perceives what they think it is. You understand? But what we think of other people, we got to understand that it is because these are the things we see in ourselves, first of all. Okay? Every perception that you have of an individual that you speak forth from your mouth is of what you think of you. Because you don't know nobody like you know yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I say this with sincerity. It's so true. So we have to be careful what we say about people, because some people have mastered. Listen to what I'm trying to say. Let me get me some of this water over here. Hang on, y'all. This is what I'm trying to say. People that observe the person that is speaking at the moment, some of those people have, once again, mastered the art of listening. When you're dealing with people who have mastered the art of listening, meaning this is pretty much primarily what they do more listening than they do speaking. Some of us, we do a lot of talking. Some of us, we just listen. We absorb. People tend to call those people vampires, energy vampires, because they soak in everything. They're watching you. They're observing you. They want to see what comes forth from your mouth. So if you go into critiquing a person, or you go into a commentary on something someone said, or you have decided that you're going to gossip about a person, you got this mastered listener looking at you, wanting to know what you're going to say about the other person so they can sum up what they think about you. What they think about you. Okay? So if you're there saying a whole lot of nasty things about people, the person that is listening knows that the vocabulary, or whatever comes, the description, or whatever comes from your mouth is you. That's why my mom said, if you don't have anything good to say about a person, just don't say nothing at all, because you're describing yourself. You know what I'm saying? I cannot say this enough. If you're coming from your mouth and say, oh, this person ain't nothing but a drug addict, and ain't nothing but a this, and ain't nothing but a that, then this is your world that you're grabbing this description from. This is your word. This is you. This is what you do. This is your life. Unless you know this for certain. Even if you know it for certain, sometimes you got to be quiet, because people will associate you with what you're describing. Oh, that's you. Don't forget, y'all, the best way for me to sum this up is everybody we meet is the mirror. You, when you're looking at a person, you're looking in the mirror. You're describing yourself. Okay? That's the best way I can put it. So always have some wonderful things to say when you're going to speak about a person. And when you can't speak that good about them, it's best not to say nothing about them at all. See what I'm saying? Just don't even talk about it. Because people are listening to you. They're not listening to you talk about that other person. They're listening to you talk about yourself. Hello? So anyway, so that's what I've been doing. I've been busy doing that with that little tyke. I call him the little tyke. and everything. So I didn't have to change any diapers or anything like that. Mom and dad got it. They change diapers. They do this is their life forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. So anyways, mama got 3 grandchildren. I have a total of 3. And 3 angel grandbabies is what I have. So I love all 6 of them. That's a good number, 6. So I always include them all. Okay, so now let's get back to what we're talking about. That it helps a lot to be able to blast these emails and stuff. I would still be here with 10 people. So you all, for all of you all who want my content that don't necessarily get a notification from YouTube, if you do not mind, okay, see, I've broken a record in just a few minutes. Now, for some people get thousands of people in their chat room. Thousands. Well, that means you are favored by YouTube. Good job. You understand what I'm saying? Some of us don't get before 5 to 10. You understand? And to tell you the truth, the people who got like 5 or 10 people in there and their chat room, I'm looking for those people because these are the people who are talking about some things, you understand, that might not necessarily be on the radar for YouTube. And I may just get a gym up in that joint. Don't get me wrong, I can get a gym and a joint if you got 2,000 people in there. But usually, when you get up to like 2 and 3,000 or what have you, we're dealing with some mainstream media that is non-threatening, that they don't mind you having. This is where I'm avoiding all places that got like a lot of traffic in it, because it is very imperative for myself, 54 years old, that I waste no more of my time on this planet. Now, you may not, oh gosh, y'all, I got so much to talk about. I'm gonna be very random because I go wherever the spirit goes. I'm getting ready to make myself some gowns on my sewing machine. I have an apprentice here. She knows who she is. We're gonna be doing a lot of sewing and everything. We got a lot to do. Also, I'm going to be making and I know you way out there on your journey. I'm gonna be talking randomly, y'all. I know you're on your journey and everything. We got you in our we got you, okay? We got you. So, you go out and enjoy yourself and everything, and know that, you straight, okay? You straight. We straight. We straight. Okay. So I am very, very, very excited for you, because I know what you're doing is going to make the Temple of the Crossroads. Thank you so much. I just saw your text. Thank you. It's going to make the Temple of the Crossroads a much better place. Okay. Um, I got so much on my mind. I don't forget what I was going to talk about. So, anyways, welcome to all of you all. If you all don't mind, please hit the thumbs up button. For all of you all who are not subscribed to my website, which is in the description box, please go ahead right now to the description box. Go to the Mother Wisdom Tree website and fill out the contact form. Okay, you got to fill out the contact form so that you will know when I'm getting ready to send off some email blast, so you can be in the live chat, a live stream here on YouTube. You're not going to necessarily get it waiting on YouTube because there's so much going on. YouTube, have taken their power back to decide once again what you're going to watch. You can't even cut off the auto. Now, okay, I can't cut off the autoplay on my device. You can. Now, I'm looking at another device I have here. The autoplay can be turned off, okay? But on my cell phone, my Android, I cannot cut off the autoplay. Now, sometimes I may say some things and you on your end may not see what I see. We all see something different on all of our devices because they are systematically controlling, based upon your demographics, what will be available to you and what won't. Get ready. AI is going to be a mother for you because they will be able to corrupt your apps, your apps, not your apples, okay? They will have the control to corrupt apps depending on your what's a good word? Your reputation score. I have a terrible reputation score, which I'm good with it. I'm good with my reputation score because I am one to tell you like it is. I don't pussyfoot. I don't sugarcoat. So my reputation score gonna be way down there, honey. I wear it like a badge. Okay, I wear my reputation score like, get it on down to 0. I'm good with it because it's funny because I looked at my biological mama's reputation score and it's low too. So I get it from my mama. So, but anyways, based upon your reputation score, okay, because see, the reputation score is going to be a big factor in AI intelligence where we're going. You understand? You think because your credit score is cool, excellent, you get the green light, but they're going to add that in there. Okay? What's so terrible about your reputation score being a factor is if you are hated by a lot of people, then you will be blacklisted. You will be blacklisted from a lot of your activities here in social media, because social media is going to be the everything. So if your I want to call it activity score, if your reputation score is low, then they will be able to once again, restrict your use from social media, so certain social media sites. You won't have access to it. Your social security number, forget that. It's not going to be about your social security number. It's going to be about your IP address. That's going to be your brand new goddamn social security number right there from wherever your ass at. Okay. And they're gonna go in there and if they block you off from certain apps or corrupt your apps or what have you, because I done seen some stuff going on, and I said, okay, they got a hand in some, like they have gone into my self. You will probably be hacked legally. Right at this point, I'm thinking I'm being hacked illegally from my cell phone device. They go in and my laptop. They go into my laptop. Let me tell you what they're doing. I'm working on my new book right now. I'm doing a manual. I'm writing a manual, just like I wrote in the beginning. That first author I wanted y'all to let y'all know was going around lying and taking credit for the books that I wrote. That first author, y'all know who it is, was going around saying that they wrote all of my books. And I'm going to prove to y'all that they are lying, okay? I'm working on my next manual for my Oracle deck. Now, I was told, don't be telling everybody, because everybody else going to run and do theirs. I don't mind. I don't mind. If you want to do an Oracle deck of your own, do it. Come on, y'all, do it. I don't have to be secretive, because it's not gonna be like mine's, okay? And mine's ain't gonna be like yours. Everybody gonna have something different. So it was said that I didn't write any of my books and there won't be any more books. I am going to prove that a lie. Unless the great big mother called me home sometime soon or something happened, then I ain't able to do it. But for right now, I am going to be concentrating on my Oracle deck. I drew all of the pictures from those books. Go in the description box if you're curious about those books. I have written two manuals and 2 books. I'm a very honest person. That first book come from the author, and I say at least about 60% of that was something that she created. I don't mind giving her props. 40% of it came from me, Beyond the Veil. That was my very first book. All Women Are Natural Born Witches. Check that book out. It's for the beginner. I always tell everybody, we're born witches, okay? But we evolve from that. We don't always stay witches. My status is at demon slayer. And I will go into depth with that, okay? Some people go to the extent of becoming necromancers. There are so many genres of, magic, mysticism. You understand? You yourself will decide where you'll go from which, okay? But that's the very basics, you understand, of the craft. So we need to talk about that. So I'm a very fair person. So 60% was hers, 40% was mine. uh, 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 uh. The outside cover of the book, I illustrated that. Okay, so let's get it straight, because they'll say I didn't illustrate that. Okay, that's what they'll say. I digitally drew that, not grew it, but drew it on a cell phone. Okay. From there, we went on to the next book. Okay. Discovering God and the Witch is down in the description box if you're interested in reading that book. It's at Amazon. I created at least about 75% of that is all my work, and she knows it. Okay. There are only 3 chapters in that book. 2 of the chapters were mine. 1 was hers. Okay, she donated that chapter to the book. Okay. The two that were mine, well, let's just talk about it. Arlena Organza came to me. Okay, this is a character that I conjured and called up. And guess what? Y'all can conjure and call characters too. And I want to talk to y'all about the experience when I did conjure those up. And I've conjured up more characters that I will continue to write in the books. Okay, what did this author did? She introduced me to Microsoft Word. She was able to put the manuscript documents in Microsoft Word and turn them into whatever she turned them into and loaded them to Amazon. I am very appreciative of that because that I wouldn't know. So if you call that writing a book, then that's what it is, okay? But I physically, okay, typed into Microsoft Word my characters, okay, that was gifted to me, okay, from beyond the veil, okay, Arlena. That's all my story, okay. Also, Buck Hanley came to me at the Temple of the Crossroads, another character of mine. The two of them are my characters, my story. I sat down there through the night and wrote all of those characters myself. Okay? It was said by the author that I had terrible grammar. This is the reasons why we will go to someone to help us edit. This is why you need editors. Anybody can write a book. You can go to someone to help you edit a book and help you get it launched off of Amazon. Okay, you can. You can do this. Okay, you may have a few things wrong. T may get T-O confused with T-O-O. This is why you go to editor. There's no shame in the fact you may get T-O mixed up with T-O-O. This is what the editor is for. And the two of us edited the books together because there were some issues with grammar, even with the author that I picked up on. So two that I had to correct with her. So two heads are better than one. What will I be doing this time? This time, the editor will be my son-in-law. Okay. My son-in-law teaches, he's a teacher, and he teaches Microsoft Word, and he teaches computer. Big time guy that hires and fires. Okay. So he will be, and his wife, which they are both librarians, will be helping me to edit this book. Okay, so yes, a book will come out for all of those who were told that it will not be another book. The only way it won't be a book if I get caught up in life, or the big mama said we got some issues here and we got to call you home. So I'm working on that now. Get ready for my Oracle deck. It is in the making. Oh, I just enjoyed that. Let me go to the next soundtrack. It's in the making. All the illustration on all of those books, I personally sketched them on my cell phone. Okay? It was also said that I did not illustrate anything, that I do not draw anything, that my content comes from other creators' channel. You understand? That I did not make the dolls, that I bought the dolls off of the internet. Do y'all hear me? And that I copy everything I do from other people, basically rendering me nothing but a maggot or a larvae. That's all I am. A larva. A maggot. But you could say I'm a larva or a maggot, but I am going to turn into a motherfucking butterfly. Call me whatever you want, baby. Remember that, okay? Call me what you want. That nothing is mine. That I go around and just take and absorb from everyone, and I have nothing, which is interesting. So, if you would like to see These books, go down there and see the real deal. See that I am the illustrator, and I'm at least about 90% of all of my work. When you average it out, the last two manuals, Black Magic, nobody helped me wrote any of that. I wrote that all by myself. The author only came in to help with any grammatical errors, any kind of structural issues with sentences. And the last book, the Voodoo Doll Operation Manual, all my work all my work. I done got the hang of it. Thank you so much to the author that introduced me to writing books, texting books, whatever you want to call them. I call them texting books because you don't. When I wrote, I didn't actually go in a tablet and write the traditional way or get a typewriter. You don't have to do that anymore unless you want to structure how you want your book to be. But the muse came in and gave what it gave to me. The author also contributed, because I need to be fair, with certain ideas. Let's brighten this up with this. Let's brighten this up with that. Let's give it some color here and some color there. I don't mind giving credit where credit is due. But one thing I will not allow, I would not allow people to go around and say that I have done no works here. I've been here 13 years, and you best better believe I've done a lot of work, and no one is going to take that from me or take any credit from what I've done, because it is already in the ethers that I have been credited for my great works for 13 years. What's interesting, I had a young lady, well, several times I have had this to happen, but I had a young lady that called me on the phone. She is now in her 20s. And she said, I grew up with you. I was like 13 years old when I met you on YouTube. And you have shaped who I am. And you've shaped my personality. I have a lot of people that tell me you have given me the confidence to be myself. And I dare anyone, I dare you to take away from that. The question is, why are you here listening to my content? Okay? If you're here listening to my content and you say it's all purely entertainment, that is not a reflection on me. That's a reflection on you. The reflection on you is that you're slothful and you're not managing your time on the planet wisely. That's you. That's you right there. You're just a lump on the log. You just a leech. So don't tell nobody that. Don't let nobody hear you say that. Okay, we watching you. Why do you want to entertain yourself when there's so much knowledge out there for witches? Wisdom, knowledge, insight. We know you're not here for entertainment. You're here because you have nowhere to go, because you are unpolished. So you've been here the whole 13 years and you don't know nothing but me. I'm your mother. I got many daughters out there and many sons. The teacher can come to the classroom and you can either learn to better your circumstances, better your life, or you can sit in the classroom and laugh. But when you die and give an account of your life, you're going to have to come back here and repeat this because you didn't manage your time well. So it's up to you to decide why you here. But many people have been helped. So it's so sad for you that everybody is coming in here to get their motherfucking life. And all you get out of here is a good laugh and a good grin. Shame on you. Wouldn't want to be you. Because you don't have anything to show forth of what your time was here for. You was just a waste of life. Somebody should have had your place. You shouldn't even had your life. It's a lot of souls waiting in line for a body. Give your body up to somebody who can use it more wisely. And this is for anyone who says they's coming in here for any kind of entertainment. This goes out for you. So if you feel like it's you, then hit dogs always holler. Hello. Let me get away from that. uh uh Empress, and then now I'm getting ready to get into the subject matter at hand because we need to talk. So I always got to go through that introduction. That was 40 minutes, too a waste of my time. Hey, Empress of the Trinity, how are you doing? You get the welcoming call. Yeah, 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 yeah. Glad to see you here. Renee's Secret Garden, how you doing? Astro, how you doing? Thank you for moderating. Hey, Sheba, baby. How you been? Thank you for that artwork, Empress. Okay. Hey, Melanite Goddess, how you doing? Hey, Francine Lopez, how you doing? Love you too. Hey, Matt, peace and blessings to you too. Hey, Sean Butterfly. Thank you for the beautiful sunflowers. I didn't get my sunflower out in time, y'all. You have to get that stuff out at least the first week of March. Hey, Pamela, how you doing? Hey, Win, how you doing? Okay, hey, my auntie, hey, vegan magic, how you doing? Hey, Chastain Stone, thank you for moderating. Yes, thank you. See, nobody knows that I was on. They don't send out no notification. Basically, the few people that I do have here, y'all, please let's get these thumbs up. They come from the email blast, and some of them just regularly check, back and forth. But you ain't gonna tell me out of all of those out of all my subscribers, tens and tens of thousands, that you sent out any notification. You haven't sent anything out. You don't care. They're not going to send that out. It's okay. Now, don't think that I'm sitting here complaining. I just want y'all to understand that. Let's do the math over here. Let's do the math, okay? Um, that what is really going on is they're getting ready to off with the head with these channels and get rid of them, basically, because they feel like they don't really serve any purpose. There's no interest there. And you got to realize these Zionists, they want to keep us, you understand, just full of entertainment. Like some people say they come here for their entertainment. You understand? But this is not the entertainment they want you to get. So that lets you know you were slow in school, because this is actually not entertainment. If it really was entertainment, guess what? The Zionists would this would be out there floating around and circulating in traffic. This is not circulating in traffic. This is not gonna just pop up nowhere in nobody's search. Hello? Okay? This what I'm giving you is what they fear the entire world. You understand? Tapping into. They don't want you to know that there is something other than just this physical plane of existence. Okay? They don't want nobody to know this stuff. They don't want anyone to know that the woman is God. She is the creation. You got us looking all in the sky for what you created in this church. Now, and it doesn't exist like that. I'm sorry, it doesn't exist. No, there is not this man in the sky with long white hair and a long white beard, looking like a wizard, that looks down upon us and knows all of the strands of our hair, and knows all of our deeds and all of our thoughts and everything, and he creates all of the weather. When the wind blows, he blows up his cheek and blows air, and then that's the wind, and when he cries, that's the rain. That does not exist. Those are fairy tales. America, the American people, not citizens, but the American consumers, are still little children, little babes. You sitting up here 60 years old and you still believing in fairy tales that you were taught in school. School, it is not to help you to evolve physically nor spiritually. It is only to brainwash you and prepare you to become a consumer or a laborer. That is all it has in it. That's it. teaches you nothing about spirituality. It was not designed for that. Church is a place where it is a place of punishment, okay, for those who are backsliders and evil doers and all of that. So let's get into the heart of what I wanted to talk about. I wanted to talk about hell. Hell, the creation of hell. I'm going to make it very brief. I'm not going to be going into any kind of research or any kind of factual information. I'm speaking as an oracle here, okay? So you all need to know there was an oracle before there were scientific, factual information. We relied on oracles, and this is where we're going back to 2020 and beyond is the time period of what the ancients. Once again, the planet is returning back to its ancient, you understand, habitation. That ancient habitation was a tropical place. Okay, so get ready. And I've already told you that every human being will reincarnate back to the original melanoids. This is what that movie was all about. I can't even think of the name of that movie. Y'all help me out. Where everybody was blue. Well, anyways, we'll all be blue black. We're going back to that. It won't be white color, yellows, reds, and browns. You're going back to black, blue black. If you're not working on yourself to help your body, help your soul body, you understand, to go back to its natural evolution, because our souls have been genetically modified, and applications have been installed into the chakras of our soul bodies, uh, technology, and it has created us to be hybrids. So your time here on the planet is very precious, that you are working to, I don't want to use the word master fixing this, but you're gonna have to come in and do something about this. You know what I'm saying? I just saw one of those beings standing on the wall as I am trying to explain this. You have lots of beings that are surrounding you, beings that will help facilitate messages and assist you here on this plane of existence, and beings that are responsible for retracting information, removing information from your thought processes and everything, because it's all about there's a war between evolution and de-evolution. You know what I'm saying? There's a war back and forth with beings to keep humanity from becoming the great gods they were once upon a time in ancient times. You understand? You got this war. So, the ancients are helping you to evolve to what is, on what this new existence we're in right now, this new era. Whereas you have those, the children of the Matrix, there are gods that are here to try to find a way to help you to fail and go around and round in circles, because they need to continue to harvest your souls for labor. This stuff is real, man. They can take your soul and take you back to that to the past, and re-enslave you. You're a slave again. You know what I'm saying? You can go to sleep, pass away in your sleep, or just get gunned down and be used. They can pull you back to the past existence of being enslaved, or being a slave, or being whatever, a servant, whatever you want to call that. And I'm presently working on a book of that nature. Now, y'all, now I'm off of this subject right now, and I'll be back on it again. Like what I'm going through right now, I have hackers, and I know that these hackers that are bothering my content that I'm creating, because they know how powerful I am. You know, just to speak, I have started writing in hieroglyphics because I am an open, you understand, receptor to extraterrestrial intelligence. I've been that way since I was a child. So a lot of what I sketch and what I draw comes from that. Okay. I call those my engineers. I've met them. They work with me because I'm here for a purpose. I am here. So a lot of people may think it's not a big deal. But it's a big deal for people who have been following me for 13 years since they were children. I have shaped a nation for the last decade. That's a lot of power. I have persuaded many minds all over the globe to think the way I think. And the way I think has all to do with the engineers. You understand? And y'all might not like this word, that handled me. From my star system. I always tell people I'm Arcturian. Okay? I know where I came from. I'm ancient. And I'm not boasting. I'm only teaching you all how to think. You all are ancient. You were here before Christianity. Why would you practice something that is younger than yourself? Babies created. Our babies created Christianity. The ancients need no religion. Religion. We don't need religion because we are of the legions. The original legions. Religions is something that is modified. This is where your Catholicism comes from and your Christianity and all of that other stuff comes from. We're more ancient than voodoo itself. It is said it was the first religion. Ifa. We all of that. We're the creators of all of that. Okay, so now let me come up out of that. Right quick, because it's so much. Maybe I should just stick to one topic, make it quick, make it fast, and y'all can get it and y'all can move on. So you all need to know this. Hell is real. Not only is there a physical hell that you can choose to live here on the planet, but there's a hell beyond the veil. Hell beyond the veil. Shit, that's a good book right there to write. Hell beyond the veil. Beyond the veil, there's hell. So yes, it's real. A lot of folks, the reason why I'm doing this video, because there was a young man, he's gone viral. Look him up. The name of the video is a young man that died twice. He died twice and he came back to tell his tale or his story or his recount of what he experienced when he died. The young man is so messed up in his head right now. You can see where he used to be thugging. He was a thug, but now he's confused. He don't understand life now at this point because he's traumatized. He says he's traumatized. This is the time to introduce this young man into spirituality. His mom is trying to get him to go deeper into Christianity. But you can see it in his head is not going to work out for him. He's a dreadlock dude too. You could see it in his mind that is not going to console him or pacify him. Christianity. It's time to teach him more or less of himself being a spiritual creator, a spiritual being that is not linear but multi-versed. It is time for that. He's not getting it. He fears death now. We should not fear death. Understand? We should be preparing ourselves on a daily basis for it. I know a lot of people say, why would you do that? Because what is important is that we are prepared to become ancestors. Just because you die does not necessarily make you an ancestor. You just don't. Oh, she's an ancestor now. Not necessarily. You have to evolve here on the planet here. You have to learn on the planet here. You have to apply what you've learned on the planet here to become an ancestor. Becoming an ancestor is everything. Becoming an ancestor means that you will be an assistance to your living offspring, to protect them and guide them. I will be an ancestor for my children and my grandchildren. I will be, and my great-grands, and on and on and on. I will myself be of assistance to them. If you come to fuck with them, I will hurt you. Because I'm trying to help y'all to understand why we're here and why you should be looking to your left side, right side, up and down. You have ancestors that feel the same way about you. When people come out to attack you and bad things happen to them, it is because your ancestors are kicking ass. They whooping ass. And this is what you should be preparing. You learn now. Take your physical and add it to what's beyond the veil. Use the two of them and incorporate that so that you won't have to come back here and be nobody's goddamn laborer or slave. That you can do your work when you get back here to make your ancestors proud. Ancestors are in place so that you can have a better physical life than they did. This is the whole game in a nutshell. Now let's talk. You can pawn your offspring. You can pawn them into whatever you want to serve your needs. A lot of people don't know this. Be careful with that type of stuff. There are beings, supernatural beings, that will take your offsprings, give you certain things in exchange for certain favors of your offsprings. Number one, you need to know that. This is the real world. And a lot of people will persecute you for talking about it, but it must be spoken about. A lot of the times you may lose offsprings and not understand why. It could be because a distanced grandmother or grandfather way back may have bargained. You're just a chess piece, your head, to some entity for a favor, for fame, just so that they can stay well. You understand? They may be facing a sickness, or they may have a child that have a sickness and they're on death's door, and they may bargain with the Grim Reaper. Grim Reaper's, it's a lot to the Grim Reaper. Don't get me wrong. If I see one right here, right now, I'm gonna be scared to death. I won't be the same no more. But they do far more. These grim reapers, grim wars, do far more than you can imagine. They don't only just come here and take souls. They bargain souls. Souls are pawns to them. I never will forget, I was talking to a lady that was HIV positive, and she had gotten to the point her husband left her and everything. I talk about it because this right here was decades ago, and I don't call any names. So her husband had got up and left her, and took the insurance plan, so she was not able to buy her medication for her situation. And so she said she felt like she was dying. Okay, excuse me. So she was losing the weight, she was wasting away, and everything. This lady said that a Grim Reaper came to her. And I was like, oh my goodness, it's the end. I was thinking that in my head, but I ain't said that. And she said it gave her a bag of coins. Meanwhile, this woman didn't know what it was. I said it was a Green Reaper. Because she didn't know. She said a hooded being came to her with no face, and it had a bag of coins and gave it to her. Now she exchanged something with it without realizing it. She took the bag of coins out of nowhere. This lady started to gain her weight back, and I mean, not that wasn't even on the meds or nothing. And she got well. She recovered when it gave her the coins. At the time, I didn't, that was some years and years ago. I wasn't into any kind of necromancy, and because that's all under the genre of necromancy. When you start dealing with grimoires, and you got to believe, you need to know that there are people who worship the Grim Reaper. Where we are frightened here, shit, and for a good reason. I'm scared of him. He was hovering over my truck one time. And that's a whole nother story. I'm gonna tell y'all. If y'all don't let me forget. I want to tell y'all about the story when the Grim Reaper was flying over my truck one night. Hello, hello. I was scared shitless. My team told me to draw a picture. But anyways, let me wrap this up with this young lady. This lady recovered without medications and stuff like that. So the Grim Reaper bargained with her probably for her soul. Maybe she's gone now. I don't know. But he gave her that, and she took it. So he will bargain with you. So when he shows up, and not necessarily that you gonna pass away, he has whew, just talking about this. God damn. Y'all, this is a hard subject. I just felt something, all in my chest. But because a lot of people don't want to talk about this shit, because just to talk about it will actually summons the Reaper. You can summons a Reaper. Just some of us can, just by talking about it. So he and generations prior to us can make deals and bargains with these beings to sustain their lives. Maybe this person may, just like her and anybody else, can have some type of condition that may limit their lives. Mothers can actually, if they got 6 children, give up their life soon so that their child can live a longer life. It's usually a mother can bargain about, is in some cases the most probably about 20 years, 2 decades. Um, she can give her decades to her small children. So if you like in your 30s, you got an ill child and they ain't supposed to make it, and you can go in and bargain sometimes without knowing with these grimmers, I call them, because grim reapers are not just in black cloaks. They can come in like Papa Gede, or they can come in as like gosh, there's so much, y'all. I can't think of their names. It's just so many, or yeah, is a grimmer. She's like that. Anything that guards the cemetery And for one of them, I can't even think of his name. Maybe he's saying, don't even bring me up. But anyways, all of these different, and look at your cultures, look at your urban legends for your particular cultures. These beings that guard cemeteries, these necromancers and everything, you can bargain with them for, extended lives for yourself and for your children. So if you say a prayer, they got us thinking that you could pray to God for miracles. You may be praying to something else. You may be praying to why can't I think of his name? Um I just can't think of his name. You may just be praying to one of them, like, Baron Samedi. I couldn't say that for nothing. You may be praying, depending on your culture, Baron Samedi to come in and give some life, because Baron can take life and he can give life, and so can Oya, and so can the Grim Reaper, and so can all of these things can come in and give life and take life away. It is said that you can't dig a grave unless you talk to Baron first. Baron decides whether or not you can dig a grave for a person that may be sick. He may want to come in and heal them from their affliction, but no, you got to give something away. Even with the Jesus thing, I mean, you got to have something to give them to bargain with. And mostly they want blood or souls. I'm just going to be honest with you. So you may have healed your child and everything, mother, because you are the creator, you are the God, but you've lost life. You've probably given away 10 or 20 years of your own lifespan. I've seen it happen over and over and over again. So, don't even ask me why I've gotten into that. Hell. The Christian hell. Now, let me tell you what I heard. Let me tell you what I heard. Hell ain't no accident. Okay? Hell is fucking real. We can talk all day long. I'm talking about fire and brimstone. Look at the thumbnail that I have on this video. That's real. It's real. There's two ways to look at the purge of brimstone and fire. And I'm going to talk about it if I don't forget it. Okay. What I heard in that video is the young man he couldn't speak about it. He didn't have words to describe his encounter with hell. He just couldn't speak on it. And I observed that same thing from Auntie. Auntie told me she had died and went to hell when they stopped her heart. So they had to stop her heart so they can do surgery on her heart. Auntie saw something that she could not speak about. So when you go there and you experience it, they come inside your head and take the information out so you cannot speak on it. To speak on it is to go back there. So you'll hear a lot of people want to describe it and talk about it, and they'll shake their head and say, no, y'all watch that video of that young man. And the young man dies 2 times and goes to hell. Watch that video. Every time he want to describe what he saw, he shake his head. He just won't talk about it. He's so caught up. But we do commend you, young man, for coming in to just let us know that hell is real. But you were set up. And I'm going to tell y'all how he got set up. A lot of people will never experience hell because they were not indoctrinated into it or initiated into it or baptized in it. Baptisms are initiations. Just like you could be initiated to voodoo. This is why they tie your head up in white in the Christian church. You understand? Because I was first, I have been baptized. Okay. First of all, I was baptized in a christened or whatever you call it in the Catholic Church, where I had to kneel on my knees before the Father, and he dropped some water in my hair That was my first christening baptism. I said baptism. That was the first. When my mother she wanted to go into the Christian church, we went to missionary. She had us baptized again. See, a lot you got baptisms are initiations. It's a gift of your soul to an entity. I am at war spiritually with the Father that Christians me, that's, I guess it is Christianity, ain't it? Christian to me or whatever he did, I'm at war with him. He says he owns my soul. Now, y'all listen to me. I'm not making none of this stuff up. The only people who will feel like I'm making this up are the people who do not believe. Can we get these thumbs up? People who do not believe, you still kind of caught up in the mundane world with the matrix. And the mundane matrix world cannot save you. So you need to come up from over there. It cannot save y'all. Get away from there. Because these people who are stuck over there in the mundane Christian world are the people who are being who are being affected by the harbingers of souls. Evolve. You're free to evolve. Okay? He said, I own you. Now, the nun that I had a lot of trouble with when I was in Catholic school is now indebted to guard my astroscape and assist me with any wars that are retaliated against me by this father. I call him Father John to you all because his actual name, I cannot reveal it. So a lot of these Catholic priests have these little children's souls and adult souls to bargain with these different entities that they work with. Okay? So I was not really necessarily held up by the Christian God, because the Christian God also is a harbinger of souls, the Christian God. So when your parents, that's why I would never, and I'm so sad, I would never, ever recommend any of my grandbabies to ever be baptized. None of them been baptized. When you baptize them, which means Baptist, you are giving them to the Baptist gods as pawns. You don't even know you're giving them as pawns. You don't get nothing out of it, but the people who created the religions get something from it. Hello? You get nothing. You're just giving your children's souls away. Do you all see what you're doing? Now, I heard that lady in the video, the young man that died twice and went to hell. I heard her good say these words. He knows nothing. And I think he said, I don't know nothing about the Bible, y'all. I don't know nothing about the Bible. I don't know nothing about, basically saying, I don't know nothing about church. I don't know nothing about Christianity. That is so sad. I heard his mother say, such and such was baptized. I had her baptized. And you just sold your child. You sold your child. Do you hear me? Just like I've sold my children. All three of them. To this Christian devil and Christian God. Religion. I can create a religion right now. Did y'all know that? You can too. I can create a religion. But the only thing about it, mine will be called a cult. If you are not accepted by the masses, then you have a cult. If you are accepted by the masses, then you are giving yourself or indoctrinating yourself or initiating yourself. Archangel Michael, come here and do your work and make it thunder. Okay. So you are indoctrinating yourself into something that is never going to serve you. It is feeding off your life force. So the masses have Christianity, which was a cult at one time, but now it is a broadly accepted R-E dash legion, Legion. Catholicism, the masses, no longer a cult, accepted by masses of people. Voodoo, Ifa, and so on and so forth. If we were to create our own religion, it will be a cult. There are people that are creating cults as we speak. Jim Jones tried to create his cults, and all of these other people were creating cults. There are so many cults out there. If they are accepted by mainstream, by the masses, okay, it becomes a religion, an official religion. Latter-day Saints, Jehovah's Witnesses are accepted into the masses, so they become religions. Once again, if I create my own system, it is a cult. Okay? I say all of it is hogwash that I can use in my hoodoo whenever I get ready. So you got to realize, people say you can't mix all these things together, and in hoodoo you mix whatever you want to mix whenever you want to mix it. You take whatever you want. So when people talk about you got to be initiated, not in hoodoo. If I want to dibble and dabble in voodoo, I do not have to need nobody's permission. It is hoodoo that I am using these systems in, because these are all systems, okay, of the original ancient wands. Okay? It's ancient mysticism. Put whatever kind of spin you want on it, but that's all it is. So, I heard the lady good say he was baptized. So, young man, the reason why you went to hell is because you were baptized into a system that you were disobedient to or ignorant to. Ignorance is not an excuse. So if you're going to baptize your children into this and indoctrinate your children into Christianity, Catholicism, and all of this, voodoo or what have you, this is what happens to them when they die. The fact that they did not pledge their allegiance to what you indoctrinated them into, and you're gonna have to pay for that. You're responsible for the torment of your offspring's soul. Now, I want to position my mind to get this straight. So now that you have initiated this child into Christianity, and once again, He was disobedient because he didn't continue his journey on the path of Christianity and obey the rules of Christianity, which is plainly written out in the Bible. Once you initiate it into something like that through baptism, you got to follow that Bible and all of those 10 commandments. He even talked about all of the 10 commandments he didn't know anything about, but they revealed to him the four horsemen. They revealed to him all of Revelations and all of this. And he said the devil showed up. And he said it looked like a regular person that had wings, and he had a beautiful voice. And all of what that boy described was the Bible. Why? Not because he studied it. He said he didn't know nothing about the Bible, nothing about Christianity. He was what? Initiated into it. When you are initiated into something like this, a system like this, you don't have the opportunity to be an ancestor. It's not available to you. All people who die in Christianity and Catholicism are not going to be ancestors. What happens to these people? They are contained in hell if they did not obey the laws of the 10 Commandments and whatever else is to explain that Bible, or if they studied it to a T and they got down with it, which that's hard, that's impossible. That's impossible because we didn't come here to be like that. We came here to live free, to live without boundaries. That's what we here for. And if you living like that, you ain't gonna make the mark of heaven. There's another place on the other side. Heaven is adjacent to hell. And it's hard. It's above. But you can't reach that if you come to this physical plane of existence. Can't reach that heaven, baby. That's the reward you get for being obedient little children, even in your 70 and 80-year-old body. Obedient to your master, the father of the matrix and his children. Obedient to that. What I'm trying to say, the matrix created Christianity. The matrix created Catholicism. And they use your children as pawns. The churches are set up, you understand, as housing facilities for souls. The preachers, the pastors, the priests are agents to continue to facilitate the soul energies of people who are not in touch with their cultural legions. The pillagers are the gods. So the whole entire art of living is finding a way to release yourself, to escape the indoctrination, the brainwashing, to release yourselves from the initiations of Christianity and Catholicism, voodoo. That's why I said don't initiate yourself to no voodoo, voodoo, Santeria. You need no initiations to none of that. Because when you die, you can't be no ancestors. You are held in a container to be recycled. This is what they say, don't go to the light. Because the light is the container. It's the recycling center. They said take another, but we're pulled into it. And if you were disobedient, you go to hell. That's your punishment. Whether or not they allow you out of that or whatever, is to come back to, because see, that young man been reborn again. I had a near-death experience too. He's been reborn again. He has a whole new slate. And somebody should sit there with him and talk to this man. You've been renewed, you've been restored, you've been purged. You've been given another opportunity to be you and create your own life path away from what your mama put you in. And she's steadily trying to, in her ignorance, keep him in this soul container. She don't know no better herself. That's why I say we are hybridized. All of us. I know better. I know better. So what am I doing with my time here? I'm trying to help people. I'm trying to get the Oracle deck so I can help people get their way out of it. I am the Harriet Tubman. I'm the Harriet Tubman of Beyond the Veil. I'm trying to help people to release themselves and get themselves free from these restraints of religion. We don't have to be there. So yes, it's a lot of work to be an ancestor. We're not all going to get an opportunity to be, though ancestors avoided the containers of the soul snatchers and the soul harbingers and the soul grim reapers. They avoided it. Many of us will be in the containers because we do not want to do our own independent evolution studies. We want somebody to do this for us. When you want somebody to do it for you, then you wind up in the church allowing a man that you know nothing about, that sleep with about. See, that his mind is totally screwed up. You know what I'm saying? In his head, it's about collecting money and finding a way to procreate amongst his the people in his sanctuary, in his sanctuary. That's all it's all about. That's his mindset. I don't know why women seem to be so ignorant to this kind of stuff. I really don't understand it, because if women are truly the gods, how can they allow one man in a pulpit to make decisions for them? You know, when this is your life, you know what I'm saying? This is your life. You're here to avoid going into the storage container once again when you leave this planet. And I said, this is your gift. And he's taking your gifts, your treasures and stuff, and defiling them, blaspheming them. He's putting his penis in you and sowing seeds of destruction. Don't allow him in. And wait a minute now. Let's stop now. Cause a man look at you. I gotta talk to y'all women. Cause a man look at you. That don't mean nothing, but he is actually feeding off of your desperation. So don't think you cute. He trying to holler at me. He think I'm fine. He wants some of what I got. That is not anything to celebrate. When you truly get it, when you really get it, when you're really evolving, those type of people won't come for you like that, because it's really a disrespect. So don't come to me talking about some, oh, he was at my door trying to get at me. Cause you know I got this beautiful body over here. And I'm fine. He's not acting upon your physical body. He's acting upon the frequencies you're throwing out. I'm desperate. I want a man. If a man is constantly calling you, you done told him no one time, and he continues, he is violating you. If I told you no, get away from my door, and you're persistent, then you got something you trying to give me. I wonder what that is. Always look at it like that. I learned that from a girl. She got a reading and stuff like that. And only thing she kept saying is, I know he got something he trying to give me. I already knew it. Live your life like that. Y'all live y'all life like that. Every time a man is persistent, he continue to call. He stalks you day and night. Don't take that as you got something so good and tasty for him. Take it like this. He got something he trying to give me. He might be trying to give you that package that opens up and envelopes, and then you got all these attachments of viruses on your fucking cells. He may have a bacterial infection he trying to give you. Or he may want to destroy your DNA with his destructive semen, seeds, sperm. Be careful who you laying down with women. If he chase you and he chase you and he chases you for it and chases you for, please call what I want to call it. Call the goddamn you call the forces on him. Call the motherfucking forces on him. Get his ass out. Because whatever he got to give you, baby, you ain't gonna want him. So I'm just telling y'all, stop this. Oh, I'm so fine, honey. He can't resist. Oh, I'm pretty. I'm cute. This is why he wants you. Nah. Mm-mm. He preying on desperation. Get rid of desperation, women, right now. We cannot be desperate. Queens are not desperate. Queens give commands. They don't take them. Okay. So anyways, I think I'm gonna wrap this up and go on to the chat. This is my description of hell. What hell is. Hell was created by the father and the children of the matrix. So this is deeper than, now right now their system is being dismantled. I was talking to y'all about that last night, how we don't really have, y'all got a taste for some cherry. My favorite is cherry. I love cherry candy. I was gonna tell y'all what it is, but I'm gonna say that. But I love cherry candy. But yeah, years ago, but not far as in ancient times, the father of the matrix made a deal with an entity, and the entity said, "I needed blood." And he gave it to him. This is the beginning of a storyline. I know y'all gonna say, "Oh, mama, that's a story." That's why I say, when somebody say that they wrote my books, you should know that's a lie. Cause I tell y'all stories all day long on my YouTube. I'm a great storyteller, so I don't see how this author can fix her lips. Hello? To say that I didn't write a book. Unless writing a book means that you actually showed me how to go into Word document and to set up the pages. And so maybe that's what you're talking about, setting up the pages and all of that to get the actual book into the structure, the format ready, the manuscript ready for Amazon. Maybe that's what you mean. I don't know. That may be what writing a book is. But when you say writing a book, I'm thinking that you're talking about storylines. Those are mine. I mean, I'm telling stories right now. Everybody knows me as the great storyteller. People say, "I want you to tell us some more stories. I'm ready for story time." So what that mean? I'm stealing these stories from your brain to talk to us. What does that mean? I know you still here, you still listening, because I was the best thing that ever happened to you. And see, when you think you got a fool you can take advantage of, I know you don't want to let that go. I don't blame you, sister girl. So let me back off of that. Let me go back to what I was just saying. Long, long ago, but not in ancient times. And this is what we got to start tapping into, the ancient scripts. Ha ha! And most of the ancient scripts are written in hieroglyphics. And before we wrote in hieroglyphics, they were created in consciousness. Before mankind, womankind could even write. Before there was ever a man. And it was only the woman that replicated herself. You understand what I'm saying? That's way back. Those were the true legions. Hello? But when religion came upon us, do you hear me? The father of patriarchy. See, because it was always matriarchy in the very beginning. The feminine. The feminine. That's your original right there. Okay? But when the father showed up, he made a deal with an entity. The entity said, I want blood. He gave the blood of his children to it. And the blood of his children, and the blood of his children's children. This is how we got in this fix. And then the entity said, that's not enough. I need souls. Okay? So the father gave the souls of his children to the entity. And now the entity has a humongous storage container of souls. It's going to be interesting to see what happens as the father of the matrix, as Babylon continue to crumble, as the matrix is destroyed to make way for ancient times. It should be interesting to see where the souls will go from there. Because the storage container will be open and released. And all of those souls will get a chance to go back home. Will there continue to be a hell for those that are disobedient to the entity of the Father of the Matrix? Spend y'all's time expressing freedom. Each day you express freedom, you are free. Just simple as that. You're free. You're living. You're living with life. You got a lot of people, they're here, but they're not living. They have no life in them. You understand? The core of who they are has been extracted by the church. That's why I said every last one of them need to be shut down. They are harvesting centers. They are harbingers of souls. Do y'all hear me? And the preachers, the pastors, the pimps, and the first ladies and the madams are agents for it. Simple as that. Okay, let me get in here in the chat room. How you doing? Hey Jackie, where you been? Thank you for moderating. Where you been? Thank you for putting all that beautiful art out there and having the website there and the Cash App there. Thank you so much, Jackie, for all you do. Give me a call when you get a chance. Hey, Chastain Stone, how you doing? Thank you for moderating too. I think I said it already, but it don't hurt to announce it again just in case I did not. Hey, Goddess, the Gifted, how you doing? Yes, Chastain says, I saw that video. He took forever to get to the point. He never could say it. To say it is to summons them to come back for him, so he couldn't do it. But if I could talk to that young man, which I know I couldn't get through his head, ain't nobody gonna get through his head. He got to find his own way. He feared going back there again. But like Auntie, okay, let me tell you about Auntie's story. I was talking about Auntie's story and I forgot. Thank you, Chastain, for taking me back there. Auntie told me Auntie has had a total of 2 open heart surgeries. Okay, so the spirits are coming out, y'all. When y'all hear that burping, that spirit's just going out, going out. Look, Auntie said her very first surgery, when they stopped her heart, she died. She said she was quickly enveloped into darkness and she found herself lying flat on her back. And she said that there were some beings in the darkness that was wrapping her body. They washed her with herbs. This is what she said. They bathed her. And this is the second time I heard this story. I heard this story from another lady that's a psychic that said that her body was washed with warm herbs, and they had these staffs with fire on them. Shit, I'm gonna draw that because I can see that now. I'm gonna draw that and I'm gonna put it out there for you all to get it. So this is what I want to do. What I'm gonna do, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all examples. And I know this is why, y'all. I'm gonna forget what I was talking about. But what they do is, my all of my devices are hacked. So I'm going to say Google is responsible for this. Not Google, the corporation, but the little people at Google that work there that abuse their privileges. Not the Google corporation, but people who work for Google. You understand? Once again, who can go in Microsoft, whoever is dealing with Microsoft, whoever is working with Microsoft is doing this to me. What they do, when I work on my manuscript, even me and the author were dealing with this. We were dealing with this. We will write so much of the manuscript and they will erase it. I draw pictures, I illustrate, they will erase them. They've erased so many of my pictures, but they don't realize. If you're listening, I put all my stuff on flash drive, so you can erase whatever you want. The manual that I'm working on my Oracle deck and stuff like that. I had just did 7 pages. I said, let me stop because I know they're gonna erase it, and I know y'all gonna be saying, "Well, Mama, you put that out there." No, I didn't. Okay, I got your message. I got your message. I got your message. I'm finna get ready to wrap this up, anyways. But anyway, so what I was gonna say, what they did, they erased everything. I wrote 7 pages. I stopped. They erased them. They erased them. But you don't know this. I had already. Oh, let's talk about what they did. Let's talk about what they did. So I had wrote 7 pages of the manuscript. I stopped because I said I'm not gonna get into deep into it just so they can erase it. Thank you, son-in-law. Thank you. You told me how to fix it. Thank you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. He's gonna edit my manuscript. Edit means he's not gonna write it. I'm going to write it. Just like I wrote the other 3, the very first. I already told y'all what happened with that. The next 3, I wrote that. I wrote, type, middle of the night, getting up, going to bed, 7 in the morning. Getting up 12 and 1 o'clock. Okay. Thank you so much. Because my son-in-law is going to edit. What does edit mean? Check for grammatical errors. Do some sentence structuring where it's needed. Make sure the words are used properly. Mwah! Nah. You can't stop nothing. Who am I talking to? The people that go in and erase the manuscripts. I know why you erasing them, because you know how powerful I am. Do you know what I can do? Most people don't know what I can do. I can illustrate. I can draw pictures. I can make your fate good. I can make your fate bad. I can draw you and put you in a good place, or I can draw you and off with your head. That's power. Picture magic. Look it up. An author can do the same thing. Be careful. Author authorities, and I can author authority whatever I want. I can make a story of you and decide your fate. It's nothing. It's no different than a petition, an affirmation. They don't want me to teach y'all this knowledge. How come y'all thinking ain't nobody in here? Ain't nobody in here because they know what I can do and what I can teach you what to do. And don't let me put my blood on it. Thank y'all so much for the well wishes. If I put my blood, if y'all put y'all blood on y'all petition, it's like a blood offering. Woo! I teach informations from beyond the veil. And then I'm supposed to be talking to my auntie. I want to go back to that, but that's what they do. They erase my manuscripts and stuff. But my son-in-law told me how to fix that because when I wrote those 7 pages, I was trying to save it, but it said, let me tell you what it said. It told me I cannot save it because another author has it on lock to edit it. I never shared the manuscript with no authors. In order for another author to edit a manuscript, you must give them the link to the document. I never shared the link to the document. So who the fuck was editing it? Not the other author that was helping me. It wasn't her. It was a motherfucker that was employed to fuck with my manuscript. But you will not be doing that anymore. Okay? I got that fixed up for you right now. So nice. So keep trying. You can find something better to do, baby. Okay? Oh, you can't touch my art anymore. I have another device that I create art on. And send directly to the flash drive. For people who are going through this with me, always keep your material on flash drives and get you a vault. A vault is a place. Now, some people are more of a threat than I am. Okay, you know who you are. Because like Octavia Butler, I don't think she just died, of natural causes and stuff. They murdered that lady because they knew she was an oracle. Look up Octavia Butler. One of my favorites that I've listened to, I didn't read it. I do have the book, but I like to listen to audio readings, was Kindred's. A young lady hit me to Kindred's and Octavia Butler way back when I told her about the story of my brother-in-law and how he passed and what he was seeing before he died. And she said, your story sounds like Octavia Butler's story. And I've been in love with Octavia ever since. Octavia E. Butler. Born in Pasadena, California. I think that's where she was from. But I might be wrong. Y'all look her up. Kindred's. Read the book Kindred's or do the audio book Kindred's. She also went on to do other books. Goddamn. Parable of the... God Dang it, I can't think of it. Oh gosh, it's so much. It's so much on my mind that I need to talk about. But look up all of that. Read it thoroughly. Listen to it thoroughly. She was an oracle book writer, and they were trying to dissect it and understand it and everything. And this is why I think that may have done something to her. And I'm gonna tell you why. And it could be from a shadowy government end to all the way to just agents. You know what I'm saying? Cause she died outside or something like that. She just fell dead. Something like that went on. She was going through a writer's block, they said at the time. But the reason why I think they had a hand in it, her death, because they said they went inside this lady's house and got all her stuff up out that joint. What up with that? What's up with that? And they've been, like I said, they've been following me for a long time. I told you I did a video. Y'all look at the video up on the other channel where I said there was a white van following me around. Okay, they took me on my live stream. I'm back. Okay, I just experienced a quick fast interruption, but I'm back. They probably finna start buffering my channel now. They finna buffer my ass now. I'm finna get buffered. Hey, Chris, thank you for moderating. I'm finna get buffered. I believe they killed that lady because another author, female authors, no, it was a male, I think it was a male or female author, so they went in the house and got all her manuscripts and everything she wrote, and they took it and put it all together to write another book off of her information. That is so rogue and disrespectful. May it curse you. You are cursed for doing that. You cannot deliver what this woman delivered. You ain't in her skin. You ain't in her body. And you were not summoned by those spirits that gave her that information. So you can't do that. You blasphemed yourself and all that. Read that manuscript. And somebody had did a review and said it didn't make sense. The last one that this author went in and picked with to try to create whatever she wanted to create, it didn't make sense because she did not have the authority. Do you understand? To have written that. The authority was not there. So I think they murdered her for that, because some of the events that she spoke about, I think it was the parable of the something. Dang, what? I got to find this here. I'm not going to just keep on just saying this. I got to find what I'm looking for. See Octavia Butler's work. Y'all need to read that, because I cannot stress enough, this lady was an oracle and a sage. And even more. Okay, they just ended my live stream again. They keep doing that because they're trying to limit how many people that can be in here. They don't want me to get up to the thousands, but I'm here to tell you now, it's too late. YouTube, I've already shaped the whole entire nation decades ago. There is absolutely nothing at this point that can be done about that. When I had this young lady to call me, which I've had several of them to call me and tell me that I have the children, 13-year-olds, have adopted my ways. It's too late. The work of my extraterrestrial engineers has been done. There's nothing you can do now. And who knows what I've done may have actually been responsible for tearing down the fabric of the matrix. Because I've taught people to be unapologetically themselves. That's a lot of power. You can't change that. And you could kill me now, but you can't change what I've done. Some of her books is Lilith's Brood. I think that's it now. I might be wrong. Parable of the Sower. Read these books because these books are going to reshape the way you think about everything in the world. Is it Xenogenesis book series? As a whole series. Wild Seed. Fledging. Afrofuturism. The world of black science fiction. Earth Seed series. Is this her? Let me see if this is her. I think Strange Matings hers. I might be wrong. Yeah, Strange Matings. Read up her whole book line. Mind of My Mind. Okay. You like sci-fi, what they call sci-fi, but I call it, what she's talking about is ancient content, as well as futurism. She's just bringing all that to us and gifting us from her engineers this information. She was so powerful, and her voice was different. She had a very her voice was really, really heavy. She sounded like a man. Her voice is so heavy. She sounds like a man. Conversations with Octavia Butler is another one you may have some interest in. Also, you can listen to some of her uh interviews on YouTube, but they are so low you would probably have to play them through a Bluetooth speaker because they are very, very low. Octavia Butler, 1947 2006, spent the majority of her prolific career as the only major black female author of science fiction, winner of both the Nebula and Hugo Awards, as well as a MacArthur Genius, I'm sorry, grant, the first for a science fiction writer. Butler created worlds that challenge notions of race, sex, gender, and humanity. Whether in the post apocalyptic future of the parable stories, in the human inability to assimilate change and differences in the in it with is it exogenesis book, or in the destructive sense of superiority in the patternist series, Butler held up a mirror, okay, reflecting what is beautiful, corrupt, worthwhile, and damning about the world we inhabit. In interviews ranging from 1980 until just before her sudden death in 2006. Sudden death, listen to that. Conversations with Octavia Butler reveals a writer very much aware of herself as the rare bird of science fiction, even as she shows frustration with the constant questions: how does it feel to be the only one? Whether discussing humanity's biological imperatives, or the difference between science fiction and fantasy, or the plight of the working poor in America, Butler emerges in these interviews as funny, intelligent, complicated, and intensely original. Check her out, y'all. Another one of those books that was like it was very spiritual in nature and beyond the veil, as one of Toni Morrison's books. I hope I'm saying it right. Not Toni Morrison's book, but Alice Walker. Wait a minute now. Let me get this right. I don't want to just tell you. Now, she was the first. Let me see. Wait. I'm wrong. I think it was Toni Morrison's. Y'all, I'm getting all mixed up. Hold up. Let me get this right. Let me see. Okay, Toni Morrison was the very first author I was introduced to. The very first book I read in the third grade. Let me see. I want to make sure this is her work. I want to get it all mixed up. Was The Bluest Eye. Okay. She was the very first book I ever read in my life. And reading that book made me want to write, but I never ever tried to write till here recently with the other author. I'm very intrigued, to be honest with black female authors. I'm very intrigued with them. Why? Because I'm black and I'm a woman, so I'm not prejudiced or anything like that. I'm just intrigued with someone who can do something that looks like me. Okay, another book. I just wanted to make sure so I won't get the wrong information. That was Beyond the Veil. There's a very complicated book that they try to bring to screen and screenwrite that, and you can't. You can do it, but mainstream media is not going to allow you to do it. Okay? The film industry would not allow you to bring that to the screen as it shall be brought to you. Why? Because there's a fear in America of creating horror flicks with black characters in them. They fear that. Even like Serpent of the Rainbow, they try to find a way to hogwash and whitewash and all of that and stuff by trying to show at the end that there is no real true zombie, that they explained away with science. And you cannot explain any of that with science. I am sorry. Science is new technology. It does not explain shit that is ancient. A necromancer can call up a dead body and reanimate it. A skeleton and reanimate it. It's not the same person, but they can use the spirits. They can use those souls of those spirits to do work in those bodies. This is why they came up with embalming techniques. This is why they break the necks in poor countries. They go ahead and break the neck so those bodies won't be reanimated by souls that are rogue and looking for physical bodies, because there are y'all, I can't, it's just too much. This video will go on for ages if I just continue to explain all this stuff, and I'm going to talk to you all about it, because what I'm giving you is source. This is nothing that I watched on somebody else's video. Y'all can tell by the frequency that everything I'm giving you comes from beyond. This is why the people who say that I get my content from other content creators, okay, this is why they are here. Aha! You are here because you have not found this information anywhere else. Okay? You're not here for entertainment. You're here to learn. You're here to store in your repertoire more information from the beyond. You want original source information. This is why you're here. Because once you figured out it's just only entertainment over here, if you are a true spiritualist seeking the knowledge and the wisdom, you would not be here. This is source. And you can't get this from nobody else but me. I'm the only one that got it. Just like Octavia Butler, her source. They can sit down and rewrite everything they want to of what that lady left behind. It still ain't source. Because they cannot put the frequency and energy in it to give off the information from that source being. because they were not chosen. I am the chosen one here for this source information. It cannot be stolen from me. It cannot be it can't, you can't take it. All you can do is come in here and absorb it, use it, and run on your way. But I got an extra element because not only can I put it in a book, I can put it in a picture. I can put it in a candle. I can put it in my oils. You see, that's power. And this is why Google and YouTube is limiting access to me. Yeah. So that movie, Beloved, you'll never get the true essence on a movie screen because they ain't gonna let you have it because they scared. These white producers are afraid of black people when they tap into their mysticisms, their gods, their sources. They are frightened. They should be. Because they will annihilate them. Do you know this stuff will annihilate the fabric of the matrix? And more of you all are tapping into it, and you all are responsible for the destruction of all of what was. Because it won't be no more. Every time you burn a candle, anoint it with oil, anoint your forehead, you destroy the matrix. They know it. They try to find a way to do something about it, but it's already have been defeated. Every time you rub that candle and you talk to it and you write your petitions and you read them and you put your blood on your petitions and you comb your motherfucking hair, your naps on your motherfucking head. You melt an iceberg. You melt an iceberg in the Arctic, in the Antarctic. You melt that shit. You're doing this shit. You're returning this place back to the tropical environment that it once was. Every time you pop a nap on your motherfucking crown. Now they're thinking it's a fluke. Oh, this is a revolution. We deal with this shit every 30 to 40, 50 years. This is not the revolution right here, baby. This the real deal. This it. Ha! Grids are gonna break down. No electricity, no water. All this shit finna fail. This ain't no motherfucking revolution. This the motherfucking real deal here. We're not going back to what we used to do. It won't be available for us to go back to that. Once again, grids are failing. That's a good thing. Um, so Ethel, my auntie, had her first open heart surgery. And I'm gonna tell you how this lines up with what the young man was saying when he just couldn't get his words out. This young man who died, remember I told y'all that? 'Cause some people might be just coming in. That's why I keep repeating it. He died 2 times and he went to hell, okay? Ethel went to hell when they stopped her heart. And like I said, they bathed her with herbs and warm herbs, she said. And then they wrapped her up in a shroud. And she said that they actually took her off her back and raised her up some kind of way. I don't know how. I think she was in a gurney or something, and they walked her in the darkness. And as they began to walk her in the darkness, she started smelling like smoke, fire. From there, the temperature started getting hotter, and she could see flames. And they actually raised her up over a pit, and she saw a pit of fire. And I begged and I begged and I begged her to go further, and she just wouldn't do it. I said, Auntie, tell me. Why can't you tell me what's going on? Please, I beg of you. I got on my knees, y'all, praying position. She said to tell you what happened from now is to sell her soul. That's what she told me. So I know this is what this young man is saying. All he did was just kept shaking his head because he couldn't believe it. This is why it is important for us to get real, true knowledge, seek wisdom. The church is not the church is not going to give you anything. Just like the Palaro, just like the Tata, just like the Padrino, just like the Madrina. I can go on and on. They will not give you all of the information because they don't really have it. Continue to seek, seek, and ye shall find. You ain't going to be the same once you get it. And you're going to get some scars, some battle scars for getting occultic information or information from the veil that they don't want you to have. They will punish us. Hell is a place of punishment for those who disobey the father of the fucking matrix. This is what hell is really for. If you can free yourself from the grips of the father of the matrix, then you can live forever, infinitely. This is what's important now that you all are seeking your spirituality. This is what's important. And why do they keep us in those containers? Because they need us to continue to reanimate ourselves to this planet so that we can continue to be their servants. Not just physically, but spiritually, soul-wise. We are the pawns. We are the coins. They bargain us for favors with their entities. This is the best way I can sum it up. So in a sense, your soul is not yours. Your destiny is not yours unless you are here to master yourselves, your destiny, your journey to being a full-fledged whole soul, a flame that is never ever dying, dwindling, that will burn throughout eternity. They use your, this thing's so deep that some of the travels, I got to catch up on telling y'all about my travels because I'm I'm a spirit traveler, soul traveler. Some of the things I've seen where they have used the soul's energies of beings, whether they be dogs, whether they be fish, whether they be cows, insects, trees, whatever, humans. They've taken the souls of these individuals and trapped them in containers and have reused it. Not created, because you don't really create that. To power up generators. What are the grids are manufacturing and the dams manufacturing? They're not manufacturing anything. They're harvesting souls to create all of this activity that is going on right here, right now. Even my cell phone. Whatever energy in this cell phone, once this cell phone is finished up or whatever, will go on to do something else. Maybe the soul phone energy in this soul, the soul in this phone, this energy, perhaps may have been some type of creature that walked the planet, that grew from the crust of the earth. Grandpa might just be powering up your cell phone or your tablet or got your house. What I'm trying to show you, energy is that what it is. I am energy. So my energy can be used once my physical body is returned back to the earth. It can be used to probably turn a fan on, operate a vehicle, start up a motor in a vehicle, a lawnmower. Do y'all see what I'm saying? They're harvesting our energy, our souls, to animate this. Your work from here on out is to find a way beyond the container, the recycling center. Avoid the soul harbinger. This is where your work is going from here. Some of you all, you may not understand, you might not get it. Okay, that's understandable. But put it in your pocket somewhere up ahead of your road. Many lifetimes, maybe. You'll get it. That's why crystals are so beautiful, because crystals have been here during the ancient times when the earth was nothing but a crystal itself, a stone. Thank you, girl. You been feeling all right, boo-boo? Huh? Okay. Thank you, Kaya Moore. She said it's a prison planet program. Of course, we're here being utilized for whatever our soul can produce for them. The fathers of the Matrix. That's what we're here for. You are here now that your eyes are open today, your ears are open, and all your senses are open. You're here to find a way around that from this day forward. Okay? Some people ain't gonna find their way out. They are asleep. They can't. They don't have access to that doorway. Everybody in here has access to the door now to exit this. It's not like somebody was trying to go behind my work and say, oh, what's beyond the matrix? Death is beyond the matrix. Yes, for you it is. But there's life for those of us who are woke and aware of the prison planet, like you say. There is life and freedom available to us. Death only awaits you. Because if you really think because my physical body is gone, that I'm dead, then you are one of the actual pawns for the matrix. You're an agent for the matrix. This is what your job is to do. You have no soul to bargain with in the first place. So the only people who think there's death beyond the matrix are people who have no souls. And if you say that there's death beyond the matrix, okay, you're saying that, you need to do a self-evaluation. Everybody, all of us don't have a soul. I'm just telling you. What is soul? A soul is source. We know Octavia Butler had a soul because she has what? Source. If you don't have any kind of creativity, you know what I'm saying? You can't do shit but just talk and run your mouth and absorb gossip all day long and do gossip. You don't have a soul. You're telling on yourself. And you got to look at somebody else to see what's going on. Well, let me get my fix. Let me see what Chris Brown is doing. Chris Brown ain't no better than me. I like Chris Brown, but I have source just like Chris has source. I got source just like Michael Jackson got source. So most people who are in that light, they are source beings. Y'all call them stars. Okay? The people who worship the stars, they worship the stars because they have no souls. If the only way you can carry on a conversation is to talk about somebody else, what they talking about and what they doing and what they ain't doing, and somebody, some celebrity and what they ate yesterday and what they said yesterday and what they gonna say tomorrow. You understand? If that's all you got, that's what you live for, you have no soul. I'm not saying this right here to make you feel bad, to attack you. I'm for real. You don't have a source. Most extroverts don't have, they don't really have souls. It's the introverts that have souls. They have source. And we love to sit around and talk about the introverts. Most of your celebrities are introverted. Michael Jackson was an introvert. This is why people talked about him, hated him, worshiped him, because all of what he had came from within and he put it out. And people fed off of that because they didn't have that source within themselves. Or some people want to possess that. So yeah, those the people, the gossipers, the people that live for that don't have no souls. They were created for the Matrix. So the Matrix did create their characters to be the agents, the policemen, the overseers of the integrity of the Matrix. They have spirits, but they don't have what? Soul source. So for them, what's beyond the Matrix? Death. Watch what you say, young lady, because I heard you when you said that. You said that 3 years ago, and I knew you was referring to me because I was talking about it. There's death beyond the Matrix for you, not me. Okay, sweetie? I heard you 3 years ago when you said it. So be careful what you say. You might be just talking about yourself. Thomas Elliott, how you doing? I got to look that up. Now, what is that? What is that? I can't even pronounce that. I'm going to see if I can pronounce this. Whoa, 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 whoa. Can we get the thumbs up? Can we please get it up? Explain to us more about that. Can you please explain to us that? What you mean? Oh, okay then. Thank you for explaining that to us. You got what you're explaining sounds like the Ori of Ifa. Are they in any way similar? Oh yeah. Okay, okay, here it is. Okay, you said okay. It's a Ifa, it's a Ifa and Oa word. Now another Orisha is another way of explaining it. Okay. Okay, so you saying okay? I've talked about so much. You're referring that to what in the actual live stream? Talk to me. Hey, now, Bruce, where you been? Now Ruth says the authority programming cannot release us. It does need and use our energies to sustain itself and to exist. Free will goes against its directives, and so like a computer, it resists it. Ooh, you telling the truth, a mouthful. Well said. So, talk to us. For the people who want to release themselves from this and to be free, what do they do from here to restore themselves, their souls, claim their soul's journey, and liberate themselves from these recycling centers and containers? And you see what I'm saying? What do they do from here? Oh, listen to this. Without us, it will serve no purpose and cease to exist. We will make our own world or go to new ones that suit us. The authority can be seen as God, the Father, or the architect of the matrix. Oh, okay. So did Nine Roots break that down, or did I need to screenshot that? Did y'all hear that? This is what I'm trying to say. Okay? There are people, because see, you got to realize that everything that we're undergoing right now is the screenplay of some author or God. You yourself can have that ability, but you got to first realize that you are not. It's so hard to this. I can't explain it. You first need to know you a motherfucking God, in other words. They be talking about the demigods or demerich gods and all of that stuff like that. That's who you are. Ooh, spirits coming in and going out. Y'all excuse me, and I have to release them. Um, this is you. Every time you sit down and write a petition, every time you write a book, every time you write a note, you write a fucking screenplay. And when you put the names of people in there, you are actually adding characters into your screenplay and to your world that you are creating. That's just like me when every time I get ready to talk about a story or write a story or what have you, I first call up my characters and they show up. You can hear them. Like the wailing baby that cries. Okay, she's here. She wants me to write her story. Like the people that come to me, and I told y'all they be talking all at one time. They throwed him down. They throw that man down. What is your name? They'll tell you their names. You'll hear them in your house. Knocks, knocking stuff down, rattling things. You can conjure characters because you all are gods. You just got to allow yourself to be a god. You want to allow yourself to be a god because you think you're just a mere mortal. And you think less of yourself. You like being in a situation where you are a child of the Matrix or a child of Babylon, where you got to go to a church or a pastor, a preacher, or a priest, or a padrino, or a madrino, or a tata, and allow them to treat you like a child and tell you what you can do and what you can't do because you're scared. Something gonna happen to you. So that means you ain't ready to tap into your God-like power. Like all these people going around taking all these shots and vaccinations and stuff like that. Why did you take a vaccination? You took the vaccination because you, in your mind, are a child. I don't care if you are 40, 50 years old. You are a child. And when Father says, go and get a vaccination, you're going to do it. If Father says, go and jump in the river, you're going to go and do that too. You don't evaluate nothing. You just listen to what they say and you go and you run and you do it. I was around 2 people that went ahead and had a vaccination. They complained of headaches, muscle aches, pain, this, that, and the other. They think they're doing the right thing for their bodies. It's ridiculous. Why? Because you can get the immunity for the virus just by being around people who's got the virus. Why I say that, and I know people say, "Are you crazy?" Far more people have survived the virus than the people who haven't survived the virus. They never gave us an inoculation for TBs. People still getting TBs. TBs took a bunch of people out. They're not giving us the inoculations for all this other stuff, they got going on. Cancer, high blood pressure, HIV. When we gonna get the vaccinations for HIV? That stuff done took so many people down. One thing about that HIV, if you get the HIV and you ain't taking them medications, you are going to die. Why is there this big hype about getting a coronavirus shot? And people are still dying of cancer. Horrific deaths. Where is the vaccination? Plenty of babies are dying now. Women going to abortion clinics right now as we speak to kill off humanity. Where's the vaccination for that? Since when have you cared anything about humanity? You are allowing women to go and kill babies right now as we speak. So do you really believe that I think you care about me continuously being on this planet by giving me a vaccination? You want me dead. You're trying to cut the population down, not increase it. Y'all better do y'all math in y'all head. Hey, Charima, how you doing? So I'm not getting that vaccination. I get ready now. A lot of our loved ones gonna just go ahead on in Paris. Let's get ourselves ready for that. Cause see, like I said, they telling you now that you need vaccination number 2, vaccination number 3. Oh, the first one didn't get them. Give them the second one. Give them the third one. Give them the fourth one. Give them the fifth one. After a while, you're gonna need a vaccination each month till it finally kill you. I ain't getting it. They're like that white van was riding behind me. I don't have any fear. Because you'll get hurt trying to hurt me. Know what you doing when you coming for me? I got spirits all over the goddamn galaxy. And beyond the goddamn universe and the omniverse over here. You can't do nothing with me, baby. Touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. You hurt yourself trying to come over here for me. That's just how confident I am. Why? Because you can kill my physical body. Y'all can hear tomorrow. Oh, Mother Wilson, honey, her physical body. I'm still here with you in consciousness. It never dies. Hello? They can't touch it. You can't touch that. And suddenly, y'all, excuse me, y'all. I got a taste for collard greens with some okra cooked in it. Oh, I can smell it. I'm cooking my own greens. I cannot find greens like that, like my mama would make. I can't find them nowhere. But I ain't gonna do how she did it. She would, excuse me, y'all, I'm random. Random people. We move with spirit. Okay, look, my mom would put ham hocks in her greens. I don't like put pork in them. I probably put some probably some smoked turkey legs in it or something like that. But she would, oh God in heaven. Mama would boil down those ham hocks, get it where she done got the grease and the fat out of it, and then she'll put a collard green that she done cut up from. She don't put no bad collard greens, canned collard greens. She would wash them collard greens, cut them up real good, Put them down there in that water, boil them, and then after that, she'd add some. When she got them boiled down really good, and after she done seasoned them real good with her salt and the pork and all of that, she would add that okra and let that okra cook in it, and then after that, she'll add some of those banana peppers that's already pickled banana pepper. Woo! Black pepper, and then she add a cut up her bell pepper. Just by time it's done, she'll add a bell pepper to it. Oh my. Look, melanated one. And people, you're not considered a melanated one. You know what I'm saying? The only reason why I say melanated one, because it's a thing that is said for melanated people to stay healthy, you understand, and stay well for your body. You need garlic and a teaspoon of greens every day. You need that chlorophyll and those greens. So you may want collards, mustards, kale, chard, any of that. That right there. If you can't get sunlight, you're supposed to get chlorophyll in your body. And a clove of garlic. And I don't do it. I need to do it. But to eat that every day, that's your goddamn medicine. Plenty of water from there. That's your goddamn medicine. Chlorophyll is your medication. Melanated ones. You heard it from me. Somebody was telling me, said they can't even find Dr. Sebi's content no more. Shit, that was the world. Let's put it like that. That was the world of information around that time period. 2008, all the way up to 2018 was that time. And if you missed the window of that, you've missed it forever. You've missed it. You can't find his content. Dr. Sebi, he said your food is your medicine. They don't want you to have that. They don't want you to know that food is your medicine. Not just to keep you well physically, but to connect you with divine sources. Please, y'all understand me. That's your connection. And then you'll be sitting up here talking about information that's come from source. Because you had a balanced diet. And you're writing books. You're drawing pictures. You're creating, making your shoes from tires. I'm making my shoes from tires and stuff like that. Making me gowns and shit. I ain't finna be wearing this goddamn. I'm gonna burn up all my motherfucking clothes and start from scratch. I shall wear nothing but what I created. Clothes and shoes wise. That's my motherfucking protection. I'm just trying to help y'all out. Even though they say everything I said come from a book. Well, not from a book. They won't even give me the intelligence. And I'm a reader. I read books. I can't even have the intelligence for reading books. They won't even let me have that. They said basically I'm a nothing. They're watching a nothing over here to get their entertainment from a nothing. That says a lot if you want to come here and get entertainment from me, because that's still, I'm badass, because you get your entertainment from elsewhere. There's plenty of entertainment on YouTube. So if you find yourself here and you don't like me, I'm your mama. I decide your fate. Hello? Chris, I just did a detox and cleanse for the new moon. I was down bad while my body was detoxing. Oh yeah. That I'm telling you, that virus comes in so many shapes and stuff, and it replicates itself in so many ways. A lot of us done had that virus and don't even much know it. They intend for all of us, most of all of us gonna have a brush with that Rona now. Y'all get ready. I think that's the best way to get it. Now I know a lot of people might say, "Oh, is you crazy?" I do sound like I'm crazy because I don't want to be sitting up here saying Mama got it and Mama done passed away with the Rona. You know what I'm saying? But the reason why I'm saying that, your chances of making it afterwards is so much more greater than, you understand? You're going to get it anyway than to get that inoculation, because that inoculation, it has some hidden things inside of it. We don't really know why they pushing that inoculation, and it hadn't been studied. So anyway it goes, you're going to get it. Do y'all see what I'm trying to say? I don't want that stuff now. I don't want the Rona. But I'm just saying that's the best way. And I have been around plenty of people who've had the Rona and have recovered and they're okay. I'm not trying to belittle what it is because it is some serious stuff, but so is cancer. So is tuberculosis. So is HIV. So is all the rest of these autoimmune issues. Autoimmune issues are all created in laboratories. Yes, you do have cancer cells in your body naturally. Don't get me wrong. But the actual program that they install in your body through foods and environment is to keep your immune system from recognizing the cancer cell and destroying it. That's why I say cancer is created in a lab. Hello? Okay. Yeah, I'm so random. Mr. Willie burned up some sausage in here, and and burned it up bad 2 days ago, and I'm still smelling it, and it smells so good. I love the smell of burning flesh and foods. Like when the barbecue grill gets to a point, it starts to burn the food and stuff like black char. I like to eat black charred things, and I never understood that. Because a lot of people say, "Ooh, you like that?" Yes, I do. That's probably why I messed up a lot of my dental work and stuff from chewing on things like black charred things, like black. I could eat like wood that's burnt wood. I like the smell of it. Cool off. I like to chew it and eat it. It tastes good to me, but you have to be careful because they say it's a carcinogen, you know what I'm saying? So if you burn up and make it black crispy, so burnt up, you know what I'm saying, that is almost unrecognizable a meat, I crave that. I'll sit down and I'll eat that, like charcoal and stuff like that. When I was a girl, I used to like nibble on charcoal, and which was dangerous because it's a lot of chemicals in it and stuff like that. So you burn up sticks and stuff and get them black charred up, I'm gonna eat it. I have like a what they call it, like pica or something like that. Some people pica is to eat dirt. Mine is to eat black charred stuff. Like what I'm gonna do when I get off of here, I'm gonna go in the kitchen, burn all my skillets, all my pots and stuff. I'm gonna go in the kitchen and burn up something to eat to let y'all know who I am. Have y'all ever heard of something like that? I would be in the basement as a little girl. I'll burn the paper to this black construction paper. And I would sit down and eat off of that. Eat off the black construction paper, stuff like that. You know. Have y'all ever heard of that? I know it sounds ridiculous. Okay. Kay said I used to eat ice, LOL, so I know what you mean. Yeah, when I was pregnant, that's what I did. I ate ice. It was just like, oh God. I was like, imagine myself just being in a ton of crushed ice and I could just sit there and just eat it. Everybody get tired. Why are you crunching on that ice? Stop it. I can't stand it no more. But I used to love it. And the ice I liked the most was the little out ice that's round. It comes out crushed and round and stuff that's a little glassy and glacier tight like. Oh man, I used to love to crunch on that. Matter of fact, I got me some of that yesterday, Kay. Tiffany said, Mama, you can't tell these folks not to get the jab. They run around and call you crazy. Act like you don't know what you talking about. That's true. But these are the people I hate to say that don't have souls. And I ain't gonna even say that. Everybody, I like this lady. Her name is Fortis Crystal. Check her out. And she says it. Everybody's not a source player. And you increase your chances of giving birth to source players by the actual partner you choose to procreate with. So, if I'm a source player, Y'all, come on, let's get these thumbs up, y'all. We've had 60 people to grace this place, but it took 3 hours to get here. Look, I can't get no views unless I stay on here at least about 4 to 5 hours. But I got to wrap this up. If I'm a source player, but then I make children with a non-source player, I have to, just like I have to stay on the live to get a lot of people, I have to have a lot of babies to eventually give birth to a source player. I gave birth to one source player. The other two are not source players. So if they're listening, don't take this right here. And I know some of my source players are not listening to this because they got other things they got to do, and y'all know what y'all got to do. Y'all got to work on y'all hand. But yeah, I'm two people that I gave birth to are not source players. Now, they may evolve eventually into a source player, but they're not one now. And I don't know. You may have to be born a source player. Okay, so I have one source player. And that source player says that they're not getting a vaccine. The other two source players, one got a vaccine. I mean, the other two non-source players, I'm sorry, got a vaccine. And matter of fact, that non-source player has been on the channel and has been a moderator. And YouTube is going to send them the video, and they may pop up on the channel. That's a non-source player. Okay? So non-source players will get the vaccine. Source players won't. So I like her theory on it. Check out Quartz Crystal. She does the underground classroom. When I do speak of any kind of source that I have gotten on others' channels, I will mention it. That's just how good I am. Other people won't. And because I do mention them, you understand what I'm saying? They want to say, oh, all your content comes from there. No, it does not. Okay? Because I am the reason why I'm continuously blessed is because I make sure I bless those who bless me. I give back to the community and I give to those who need. Y'all, I got a Saturday, or y'all showed up and came in front of me, so I know it's gonna be a bad storm. A young lady came to me, had the same face as all y'all. Oh my God. I've seen Oya's face, and the reason why she wears a mask is because some people think she is so ugly because of her very, very, very dark black skin. And it look almost like she has a burn on her face, and that burn on her face makes her face look even darker. And I've actually seen her in a dream, and it's not good when she ain't got a mask on. She come to you like that. I'm always saying, my Hail Mary is full of grace. Blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. So the Catholic school did teach me something. Hello, I know to do that. But she came. She had, and she's on my Facebook. I've been interacting more on Facebook here lately, y'all. So if you're on my Facebook page, come there because I've decided to do more writing and stuff like that. Facebook forces me to do blogging. Also I have a Patreon that I've actually put a snippet, but I got to do all of the get ready Patreons because I'm going to launch the Jubilee up on there. The footage that I have for Jubilee, I'm going to launch it. I'm also going to launch the Ancestral Veneration up on Patreon also. Get ready for me to do that, to put it on there too. Okay. So she came to me and she had 9 colors. If you go on my Facebook page, you will actually see this lady. She has 9. I was shocked. She had striped socks on that had her colors. There was burgundy. There were burgundy or maroon, if you want to call it, gold and blues. And I said, damn, this all y'all testing me. She came up and she was talking and she was apologizing and saying things and said she said, I really need help. I need money. See, so these Orishas, if you're into the Orishas, the Loa, if you're into these practices, they're going to come to you in the bodies of somebody you least expect. They may come to you in the body of a person you may consider a bomb, a bag of vine, something of that nature. So you're here saying I'm celebrating because we did. I celebrated and offered that black hen that I danced with to the people who um gave y'all offerings. You offered your money, and so I sacrificed the black hen for you all, and I sacrificed it for the participants of the people who came to Jubilee and to the Temple of the Crossroads. We did it behind under the dogwood tree of all trees. And we gave her a very beautiful burial, adorned her with flowers and wrapped her in Oyal's color of her burgundy towel and laid her to rest. We gave her a good offering, and we got her black feathers for those who were there in the presence. Now, the next time I do it, for those people who want to put your offering in, I will mail you personally. Okay, we got to do this the next offering, a black feather to your house. Okay, so that offering has to include shipping and handling. Okay, so that's and shipping and handling. I haven't found shipping and handling under $4. If y'all can find cheaper shipping and handling cheaper than that, let me know. Now you can. Some people may say, "Well, Mama, you can put them in an envelope." Yeah, but all envelopes are ran through a machine and they'll get smashed. Because I tried to send some quarry shells in an envelope to somebody and they came to and smashed. So because they ran them through a machine. So so you're probably looking at shipping and handling for $4 or something like that, which will add that to your offering. And I will mail you the black feathers. The next offering for the Temple of the Crossroads will be done in between June and July. I will be breaking ground for those who want to participate. I will be breaking ground March the 20th, okay, which is like right around the corner. Shit, that's this week. If you want to break ground with me at the Temple of the Crossroads to get the garden started, March the 20th, you need to be there or be square, okay? Once again, once I do the next offering, for the mother. Okay, it's for the mother. We're having the mother event. And Mama has done a lot of sacrificing. Oh my God. But I ain't necessarily doing it to make money. I'm sacrificing to the community, to the people who are members of the Temple of the Crossroads, and to spirit. So I did another sacrifice, and my board members did a sacrifice too. We sacrificed about at least $2,500. Yeah, do y'all hear me? Okay, so I'm gonna get started now with the mother. The mother is our next meetup event, and that'll be around June, July. So I'm getting ready to hype that. I don't have a March, April, May, June. I got 3 months. I'm always having like 3 to 4 months. It's not going to be like an event like the Jubilee and the other thing. It's going to be a little bit more different. You know what I'm saying? Because I do need to get ready to start on the ancestral veneration as we speak right now. It takes time to plan these events. We wore ourselves ragged to the point where we didn't get kicked off until Saturday morning. Everything's supposed to kick off Friday, but we didn't get kicked off to Saturday, and it was very interesting. Spirits showed up in people's bodies. It was, oh God, I mean, that's a whole nother video. If y'all demand to hear that video, let me know. I'll tell you all some of the supernatural spirits, the supernatural phenomena happen to us at Jubilee. Good supernatural phenomena, okay? So I want to talk about that, but I'm preparing for the mother. For all of you all who want to be a part of that offering, I need you all to, and yes, I take the hands down myself. I'm not squeamish. I don't get nobody else to do it or nothing like that. I've been taking down chickens since I was 3 years old. Since I was three. All right, okay. They had a problem with me out there on that farm. I can just see it now. They had a problem with me out there on the farm because I was grabbing chickens by their neck. Do you hear me? So I've been like, I done got chicken scratched so many times. I was taking them down. Now y'all know that ain't no records and nothing like that. That's just me saying that. You know, it's just me recalling. That didn't happen this lifetime. Last lifetimes, I had to take down sheep. I slaughtered sheep. I slaughtered goats. Probably even slaughtered some humans in my past lifetimes because I'm an ancient one. This ain't my first go round here, y'all. I've been here before. Too many times, you know, and stuff like that. But this is the way you feed spirits. Can't feed no spirits. No, I ain't gonna tell you no more. You cannot feed no spirits. No doggone processed foods. They don't want that. Okay, I'm trying to get y'all ready. Y'all, can we get these thumbs up? Can we get the thumbs up, y'all? I gotta go, y'all. Hey, C. Hewitt. We talking about jabs. Okay, y'all. I guess I spoke too much. I'm looking in here to see if there's somebody I missed because I'm finna go. Hey, Jasmine, how you doing? She said they tricked the Africans and sterilized a lot of them. Why do they have different vaccinations? Are they giving the black people a certain one? I will never get the vaccination. Oh, thank you. Aha! Nah, Roots, I would love to have a conversation with you. Naru said they make too much money on HIV preventatives to actually want to cure it. Truvada costs $8 in Australia and $2,000 in America. Oh my God. Wait a minute now. You gotta take $2,000 out of your pocket every month to buy the medication? Or is this like a one-time pill? You take it one time? Wow. Okay, y'all. Eyes guys to go. As Granny them say. It was nice. Bye-bye. Go down to the description box and make sure you done subscribe to my website, Mother Wisdom Tree. Okay? Do that right now. Okay? If you don't know how to subscribe to it, just fill out the contact information. And then when I do live stream videos, I'll put a post up on my blog. And all you gotta do is click the link and you'll be up in there. Okay? So make sure you're going into your emails and checking your junk mail, your spam mail to see if Mama done created a video. And I approve this message. Bye bye. Bye bye, Janier.